I don't need that. Let me remove that. There we go. Hello. Welcome to Scruffy City Aquatics live stream for this Tuesday evening. Um, Thank you to those of you who are already here, and thank you to those of you who are watching on the replay. I appreciate you checking out this video. We'll see how my setup does. I have played around with this a little bit today, specifically with StreamYard to see how it does, but I did not use the mic. And so now the mic's between me and the tablet. So we'll see. We'll see. It'll work out. It'll be fine. It's fine. If you didn't know, this is the Arty Party, and welcome everyone. Now, this is not going to take place of the Tuesday evening streams. The Tuesday evening streams with Tanner and I are staying, but this is something that I would like to do as a regular stream or a semi-regular stream. It's just something that I enjoy doing, and um, I don't know when I'll do it. Don't know when it'll fit into the schedule. It'll probably be kind of organic for a while and be more of a pop up. But I recently did. I was playing around with some artwork. I've been working on um, my logo since I created it, and I've always wanted to have a fish on it. I've played around with it having corridoras. I played around with it having swordtails, mollies, which was never going to happen. Um, and I just haven't come up with something that I liked because I can draw a little bit, but I want to paint something for the logo, and it's specifically digital paint. And I quickly learned that I know nothing about painting. And I realized that painting is the exact opposite of drawing. Because with drawing, you are creating negative spaces with lines, but with painting, you're filling negative spaces with paint. And so it's total opposite. And although you do kind of sketch out whatever you're going to paint, or at least most people that, well, not most, some people do. I probably would. But anyway, so I've been practicing digital painting for a while, and I've had this Wacom Intuos. I don't know if that's how you say it or not, but that's how I've always said it for a number of years. I've done graphics, I've done all kinds of stuff with this, and I had an opportunity to get something else, and so I've been for the last little over a month. I guess we're getting close to a month. I've been playing around with something new. So I'm going to pull up my screen, but before I do, let me just say hi to everyone who's already in the chat. My screen is kind of weird over here. Fish Time with Lando was the first one here. But I don't think Lando's here right now. I know a few weeks back he fell asleep before the live stream. So hopefully he'll show up. He's not asleep. Scadinana has been in. Welcome. Not sure if you're here now because this was at 10 o'clock. Keep Keeping Aquatics is here. And Keep Keeping Aquatics is actually the person who sent in a picture of a fish that I'm going to work with tonight. So thank you for that. And the way I'm doing this, what I said was um, if you'll send a picture to scruffycityaquatics at gmail.com, I'll pick one to use, and then I'll send you the digital when I'm done. So you will get a copy of it, whether you like it or not. Let's see. Amisa is here. Hello, Amisa. And CoralWorks is here, working and lurking. Muppet929, welcome. Vibes Aquatics is here. Let me turn this thing off so it's not dinging at us while we're working. I do need to get started because I'm not sure how long the drawings typically don't take me very long. The artwork, we won't call it drawings, the art, if you want to call it that. But they don't take me long, but I don't know how long I'll talk during it and I want to follow the chat. Tanner is not able to join us tonight. Tanner is actually in the process of moving. I hope I can say that. I know he's talked about the possibility of moving, but things worked out, and just so happens he gets to move today. Let's see. Jeff Kane is also here. Nancy B in Tennessee, welcome. TJ Autocross, I see you. Thank you all for coming by. I hope you have fun at the Arty Party. All right, Arty Party. All right, let me share my screen down here. I'm going to just kind of show you some of the tools that I'm using. Before I do that, let me make sure I have these notes. Yeah. All right, I'm going to put this in the chat first. So I'm going to put a link. I don't know if you're interested in doing digital art or not, but I'm going to pull this up so you don't have to click on the link, but just so it's there, I'm going to attempt to share it in the chat. And I might be pushing the limits of my old MacBook with everything that I'm doing tonight. That's kind of part of the test. Yeah, let me share this. Add to stream, and I'm gonna put me down over there. Yeah. All right. So this is the tablet that I'm using. Like I said, and it shows here, I ordered it May 20th. So I've been using it now for a little under a month. I do really like it. I didn't get it at that price. I actually got a better deal on it. But that's currently the price, 15% off. It is a 13-inch tablet, which is larger than what I was used to using with this little thing, which was probably more like, I don't know, 7 inches. But so it is much larger, and I'm actually drawing on the screen. Whereas with this, I had to train myself to draw on the tablet. You have the little stylus here, and you draw on the tablet, but you look on the screen at what you're drawing. So yeah, I did pick this up, and I've enjoyed it. My kids are enjoying it. We've been making a lot of art with it and playing around with it. I am trying to teach myself how to paint. I did make these stickers, and I really like the die cut, but Sticker Mule, who I'm a huge fan of, sent me a deal today on some circle stickers. So I ordered some of those. So I'm not exactly sure what I'll do with them, how I'll get them out, but yeah, we'll do that. Also, I've got that same image on my Teespring, if you really like it, but I'm gonna work on some things with that. I'm not sure that I like doing Teespring all that much. I have a bunch of shirts from there, and they don't hold up all that well. So there's your warning if you're considering purchasing one of those. So yeah, this is the tablet that I'm using. I really like it. It does come with everything you need. You get additional nibs for your stylus, and the stand, of course, the tablet, a glove, which I have on, and the stylus, which is a really nice one actually, and a stand for it, which holds the nibs. So that's it. Just wanted to show you what I was using, what I will be using, in case you're interested. I know a lot of times when I watch, because I do like to watch art live streams, a lot of times when I watch art live streams, people will ask. So I wanted to make sure that I included that. There's our subject matter. Let's see. Let me remove this for a moment. And I had another one. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Might do it later. All right. Now let's take a look at the program that I'm using, and we're going to get started as we do that. Just looking over the chat real quick. Vibes, what's going on? Hope you feel better soon, Vibes. FishFam link is here, and if you didn't know, go to fishfam.link to find all of your favorite or soon to be favorite fish related live streams, which this has got to become one, right? It's got to become a fish related live stream soon. Um, anything fun on the menu tonight? Let's see. All right, everybody just chatting, mac and cheese, cool. All right, so this is the program I use. I use Clip Studio Paint, and I like Clip Studio Paint. I've had it for a long time. It actually came free for a long time with my Wacom Intuos, and let's do this. I'm gonna change this color a little bit. And so I got used to it. It's actually a really powerful tool. And when I first got it, it was actually called something else, but they've done a really great job with it. And I like it. It does just about everything you could do in Photoshop. The thing about like a lot of times you hear people talk about, art with Photoshop, and Photoshop is like the industry standard. I think this is better because Photoshop is a photo editing software that they realized they could also market to artists. And so they started adding artist tools to it because that's all it is a tool. And then Clip Studio Paint, which was previously called Manga Studios, and before that, it had another name, has actually always been about art. It's always been a tool. It actually was created for comic book creators. So I like it. I like how it operates. The biggest issue I've had with it is I would use it so infrequently that I would forget things, even like my shortcuts and stuff like that. So anyway, hopefully this works pretty good um, as far as how it will keep up with me. Um, I've not helps if I've got a darker pencil. Yeah, so it's moving a little slow. Oh, the stabilization was on. I didn't realize that. My daughter was drawing on this earlier. Yeah, so it wasn't doing this earlier. It is moving a little slow, so that's something I'll have to work with. Um, so it's not giving me a good straight. Circles are probably one of the greatest ways to warm up. Yeah, did you see that lag? Wow, that lag's bad. Again, not sure how my setup will do. I may end up having to close out of pretty much everything to make sure this is working with StreamYard. But yeah, so this idea came from me just wanting to practice, and I specifically am wanting to draw and paint fish. So I thought it would be fun just to kind of, allow the chat to talk and to communicate with the chat while I'm doing it. Although, if it's going to lag that bad, I may have some issues. We'll see. We'll work through it. Wow, it is really bad. Let me work on seeing what I can close. That doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. There's not really anything else open. All right. Skipper's Aquariums come in. I can see keeping up with the chat will be difficult on this. So, all right. I am going to pull in that image. So that you guys can see it. Actually, the way I'm sharing, I should be able to. No, I'm going to pull it in. That way I can mess around with it. This is going to be a lot of experimentation, just so you know. Oh, there it is. Trying to find it. The selection. Oh, it's because I got to click open. All right, so this is our subject matter. And we're going to play around with this and see what we are going to do with it. Put it down here so I got a layer over top of it. This is keeping aquatics fish. This is a betta. I am not overly familiar with the different types of bettas yet. Is this a Nemo? Probably not. I'm probably wrong. What type of betta is this? While you guys are talking about that, there we go. My stand was moved. We're just going to kind of break down this image first to get an idea of what we can do with it. And the best thing to do is to break down everything into shapes. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look here at what kind of shapes we have. And of course, we have the eye. And then the next thing that kind of stands out to me is the mouth, really. That looks horrible. Let's see. This, let's see. What else can I change here to get this to work a little bit better? It's so slow. Oh no. So I was doing this earlier, but I was not actually live streaming. I was on in StreamYard, but I wasn't streaming. So seems to be a bit of a difference. Yeah, actually, maybe this is going to work a little bit better. All right, so breaking down the shapes here. Whenever I draw, I usually draw on a tilt. It's just how I've always done it. So I often find myself moving things around to where they're on a tilt. When I'm drawing fish, I found that it might be easier to start with the eyes. And so looking at this fish, let's break down the parts. It's got the head here. All right, and they've just got this very, their mouth's made for top feeding, right? So the shape of their mouth's very distinct. And then they've got this, oh, not like that. They've got this long, all right, I've hit the wrong thing. Hold on. Let's get it back where I want it. All right. I don't really like that. Let's see. And digital art is a lot of fun. It's a tool. See, here's the thing. It's just a tool. But it has some tools that some people would say are cheats, right? Some people would say, I mean, even this right here. I mean, I'm just outlining this, right? I'm basically copying this, but I'm just kind of learning this fish is what I'm doing. I'm playing around with it and learning what this fish, what the shape is like, where things are, finding out what I have to work with. And also, one thing I want to point out is what I've been doing with my art with these fish is I've not been trying to do anything realistic, right? I'm not overly interested in doing something realistic tonight. I mainly just want to practice and to draw and hang out with you all. Like that one. So you all might have answered me on the type of fish, and I'm not even looking. When we do these, we'll have to have somebody with us. He is, as far as I can figure, a Toncho marble mix. Okay. All right. And then in these, of course, there'll be more. Just going to give him a lot of these. And the the pencil that I'm using here is just a real rough pencil that I enjoy using. There are, keep turning it, there are plenty of pencils out there. I don't know, that kind of, there we go, that you can use. Um, but what I was saying earlier, they're just tools. And even some of the stuff, like transform, where you can literally change it, change what you've made, move it around. Um, I've heard people say that's cheating, but it's art. You're creating art. It's not a competition. Um, you're creating something that you enjoy creating. And so you see here, I'm just kind of getting an idea of where this basic structure lies. I don't know why that didn't pick up. And there's no rhyme to reason to how I position the image. Honestly, sometimes I'll put something, I'll move something. No, I don't like that. That's not right. Um, I'll move something and realize that I don't like the direction that I put it in and just move it back around. And this again, real rough, not trying to make anything glorious out of this. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Is that what y'all expected to come in and see? We're working with this. We're working with it. We'll get there. Give it a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's do that one like that. A bit of that. Curve that one this way. I think I'll keep that one that way too. I like that too. All right. And then thank you again for everybody who's come out. Um, I do want to point out something, kind of a revelation today around the community. I don't know if you saw it or not. Jimmy P posted, was the first place I saw it, but YouTube is doing something different with monetization right now, and they are attempting, or they have opened it up. If you have 500 subscribers and was it 2,000 views in the last year, you're eligible for some monetization. It's not your ad monetization though. At first I thought it was going to be. This needs to be right there, but it's not. It's not ad monetization. I don't really even need to erase this, but I'm going to, and I'll need to go back in and darken that. So that's real cool for those of us who haven't been doing this for very long, that we have an opportunity to get monetized. Um, but yeah. All right. So this is kind of a little study. We played around with the shapes here to learn, kind of how the fish, and you can see here, I didn't get it exactly right. I didn't go quite far enough down here, and I didn't go, you know what, let's make those changes because it's digital art. We can do that. Oh, that's too big. Still too big. And I do want to extend this. I don't know why. It's rough art. We're not we're not doing anything else with this. Just playing around with it. I really enjoy digital art. I always did sketching. My I've always been able to draw what I can see ever since I was little. I've always, I always had people ask me to draw things and stuff. Um, and this is not an example of that, but the I'm not good at drawing from imagination. I'm trying to get comfortable here, and I've come to realize that most artists aren't. It's when you get, and I consider anybody who draws an artist. Just so you know, I am throwing that term around loosely because, um, most of my stuff I wouldn't share. Um, yeah, you get super chat access. It's 3,000 hours. Okay. So can you all hear me? I see Bob Ross vibes. Hey, Nano guy, I guess I should back up and see who's in here. Uh, I may not be able to catch everybody with what we're doing tonight, so sorry about that. But I do appreciate you coming by. Um, Nano guy is here. Craig's Catfish is here. Um, let's see. Um, I should have poofed the hair up for the Bob Ross. I think the 3,000 hours is going to be the hardest part for me. All right, good. Thanks, Nancy. I want to make sure you could hear me. It'd be kind of boring if you couldn't. Um, all right, so that's in a nutshell. That's this fish. I don't really want to keep. Well, I'll need that for the color. So I'm going to make this where I can resize it. It's thinking. Let me put it over here so that I can get to the colors later. And I'll go ahead, since it's a reference, go ahead and bring it back up. All right, so here's a little drawing. I'm just going to move this out of the way. If it will let me. Oh, got to be on the right layer. Got to get a little command in here. All right, so now let's play around with this. Going to be a real loose drawing here, if it'll let me. That's one thing I'm worried about. Is it's doing better than it was. All right, so we're gonna start with that eye. I do not like that pencil. And that is way too big. Let's get where we want to be. All right, start with that eye, and then this body. Again, this is going to be real rough. Then I'll come in. You guys will see. I'll put in some work on this. It's thinking. Why is it thinking? You're not supposed to be thinking. Didn't really spend time on the gills back there, but it's part of it. I'm real sloppy with my sketching. I've found that I just enjoy it more, and then I really kind of find what I'm creating when I start to ink it. I just want to lay down some stuff. Like I don't like how thick this is. Of course, this guy's a little thick, isn't he? Let's see here. I don't like that shape either. All right, and then we want to go back quite a ways with that fin. And I'm just going to rough it in first. And then, of course, we've got this fin too. This pencil's probably a little thicker than I should have used. And then that puts, don't like that. Let's see. Oh, I guess it is like that. And then down here it curves out. Let's try that. Nope. I think I did it better drawing the, here, better this way. I gotta adjust this pencil. It's killing me. What I'm doing, not sending it far enough back. That's a hard eraser. I should have used a soft one. The little bit of lag, it's better, but it's still throwing me off a little bit. Y'all, so hang in with me. I'm just not able to draw as loose as I would prefer. All right, and then let's see here. This is really like that, isn't it? And then I really, helps if I hit the button. And then with this, going back like that. It doesn't do that. I'm not making you sick. Moving it around. Let's see. Where are we wrong here? This is going to come on down here. But that means this is nowhere near where I want it. Yeah. All right. So that's going to be my rough layer. I'm going to work on its position a little bit though. Oh. I don't want it to be straight horizontal, but I didn't like how far it went. It's this would probably be easier if I had the chat where I could see it. I have to look up for the chat. What are we talking about? Let's see. Naked but baked. Oh. Yeah, just make it for fun. That's the thing. I mean, it's really about the milestone because I'm not going to, I mean, most of us aren't going to make any money off of, the what they're offering in this. So it's more so for the milestone and to get there. And who knows what they might change next. I definitely don't do this because I think I want to make a lot of money at it. I do it for fun, like most of you all. It's just a lot of fun. Um, yeah, keeping aquatics. That's me. I really enjoy being able to express myself artistically um, with um, with YouTube, and I do enjoy the editing stages. Who said that? Keeping said that. Um, yeah, I've got the chat on another screen. Yeah, a co-host would be Aqua Gardens in. A co-host would be ideal. I agree. For this format, anyway. You know, I'm really feeling like this is a little short. Um, but maybe we're turning. Maybe we're seeing the fish turn. Maybe there's a perspective thing going on here. All right, I'm gonna make that blue. I'm gonna kind of bring it down to where it's not as bright, and then I'm gonna bring in a vector layer. Now, vectors are neat. I love vectors. Someone taught me about vectors a few years ago and changed my life when it comes to playing around with art. And so I'm going to introduce you to vectors if you don't know them. This is not allowing me to move because I'm not on the right layer. Keep forgetting. I got to do a command that's on my keyboard. All right, so stabilization is a tool here. If I turn stabilization all the way down, I can make, well, I don't want blue lines. I'm on the wrong one again. Let's see. There we go. And I want pen. We got a pen? Yeah, okay. So if you look here at my lines, they're pretty good. I mean, I wasn't trying to be too smooth with them, but if I turn stabilization on, it's going to slow down what I make, but you'll notice that the lines are a lot smoother. Um, and so you can play around with it. It's not making straight lines. I'm just actually getting a straight line out of it. That was a glitch. Um, and if I do it slowly, it helps me get a nice line. Now, that's one of those things that some people would say is cheating in art. And, I guess it would be cheating in traditional art, but in um, digital art, it's a tool that we use. Fill that in. I like to go ahead and get that eye nice and black. Some fish, you get an eye that has, it's made up of a couple of circles. Um, with a lot of bettas, you just get a nice black eye. All right, let's try to get this. Let's try to get this mouth in here. And the undo. The undo is your friend when it comes to digital art. So I'm trying to get a very specific shape there. We're going upside down. Well, I didn't like that. That didn't feel right. All right. Now let's see if I can get this how I want it. Oh, look at that. First try. Honestly, I love that. All right. Now this is why that didn't look good. This is why vectors are nice. I can now go over to the eraser and set it on vector. And I can literally just get rid of it where it crosses the other line. And so I can clean that up and clean that up just like that. And I kind of like this, so I'm going to leave that. All right. I think some of my short keys have changed. We did just get back from the beach. Um, we we like to go to the Low Country, South Carolina, um, out around not too far from Hilton Head and Charleston, actually in between the two. And it's a place called Fripp Island. My wife and her family vacation there as she was growing up, and we've gone there quite a few times now since. Um, been there quite a few times myself, and it's just the most relaxing vacation. I mean, yeah, there's more beautiful beaches out there, there's clearer water, but there's just something about being in the Low Country. It's just relaxing. It's just relaxing. Oh, do not like that here. There we go. I might want it a little darker though. I don't know. Maybe for these fins, I don't. I found that in my sketching, I like to create these with solid objects. But then when I get to my actual drawing, look at that. Wow. I totally did not even have my pen. I don't know. Anyway, that's a thing tonight. Did I get that shape right? Yeah, it's going to curve a little bit more than what I did. I don't know that those lines are going as far as I'm wanting them to. That's a little dark. But I found that I can really have fun with these. Yeah, it's lagging really bad right now. I got caught up in that, and I'm not even making these how I wanted to. Oh, too many. Like my my stylus is on the other end of the canvas and is jumping around. Thanks, Jeff Kane. I might have to figure out a way to do this. The internet is slowing me down right now because it is not doing what I'm telling it to. All right. Again, I can then take this eraser, and because I have it set on vectors, I can just clear them off. Isn't that awesome? It's fun. Yeah, I could sit there with a hard eraser and really get in there and just play around with it and try to clear that off. But, I mean, why not use the tools you have? Ugh, did not like that. There we go. I like that. Okay. All right. All of these were kind of spiky, right? I mean, I could probably do something different. Oh, they aren't all spiky, so let's change one of them. That's what's fun about this is you kind of create. I mean, obviously, I'm working off of an image someone provided, keeping sent in, but at the same time, you kind of change it, and I don't think they're quite that spiky. You know what I want to do? Try to bring it tighter. I really like that curving out right there. I can take this, get rid of those. Oh, not you. Must not connect. And sometimes it's about picking what you leave and what you get rid of. See, those are not working for me. I like those first ones. It's just an eraser. I think the lines, I think I'm just putting too much line weight on it. Why is it blobbing? So the G pen has a certain structure that it works with. And you can create your own pins, which I've never really, that is so weird. I'm trying to recreate it. There it is. I had it on the beginning. Huh. I wonder if it has to do with the lag. I'll take that. Hmm. The line weight, once I get this put in, kind of gives it the look. Trying to make it look like the fins aren't all going in the same. I don't know how to explain it. I want it to look like the fin is kind of contouring around. And so the edge, you're seeing more of the edge, if that makes sense. And again, as much as I kind of like those spikes, I don't know that I'm going to leave them in there. Blotting. So weird. It has to be the lag that's causing it. I don't know if y'all see what I'm talking about. And let's look back in here. Let me zoom in. Yeah, it folds all the way down. All right. I think that's going to be good for that. I'm being too picky. I shouldn't. And this is where I will literally spend hours listening to some of your all's live streams and just draw. Because I can. What time is it? I got 10 minutes. Oh, I was so convinced I would get one of these out so quick. Yeah, I just put a video out today, first video in a while, um, and it's doing pretty good. Thank you to everyone who's checked it out. Um, but it was a lot of fun. It was just kind of seeing how things were doing after being gone for so long. Um, try to get this thing done. I think I can get it done. You say, "Oh, that's crazy. Look at what little you've gotten done since you started." Yeah, it's because I've been picky. You know what? I'm going to. Nope. Let me get this. And a little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. We're going to get real loose here. Loose is usually better, just so you know. Although I feel like that tail should be longer. But I think we had talked about it being perspective. So we'll see. We'll see where it turns out. Does anybody know if Eric's going live tonight? Because my ADD will not allow me to put this drawing up anyway. But I don't want to go over him. I'd rather listen to him while I draw. But I got to save this one for you all. I gotta put it out there for you. Let me look at this again. All right. Trying to move a little faster. You say, what? He can do that? He can move a little faster? Yeah, I can move a little faster. Oh, it blobbed. So weird. I have literally never had that happen. And it's slowing down again. It has to be from the live streaming. Oh, and you. Ooh, I like that. All right. Although this should overlap there. So I've got to be sure to create that. And I did miss the ETAA meeting. We did have one, and we had a guest speaker. It was Ben Ochart. I was really excited to get Ben coming to Knoxville, and I was really, really disappointed. Oh, I kind of like that line there, but it intersects. Oh, let's see. It will look odd if I leave it there. But I was really excited to have him. I was real, but disappointed that it was when I knew I wouldn't be there. Actually, I didn't know it when I booked him, but he did an excellent talk from what I have heard, and it is out now. You can watch it yourself. I've not had the opportunity to watch it yet. I did it again, slowing myself down. He also toured my local fish store, which was really cool. And Aquatic Marine is my favorite place to shop in Knoxville. Just two. I don't know that I like. It's a great place to shop. I like the people. I mean, any place you go, you're going to have a bad. Sometimes people are going to have a bad experience. I feel like most of my experiences there have been really, really good. Man, that just got way too jagged. What am I doing there? Just keep like that. I really like everyone there. I like just going in, hanging out. It's nice to have a place like that where they're not like, what are you going to buy? Are you going to buy anything? You need to leave if you're not going to buy it. I don't know that I've ever had any place treat me. Oh man, that looks horrible. I don't know that I've ever had a store treat me like that. I have had places want me to buy, you know, um, that does happen. But I go in. Sometimes I go in, pick up what I need, say hi, and get out of there. Sometimes I spend hours. As you all know, sometimes I help customers. What do we say about Eric? Oh, keeping. Ask what his talk was about. It was about keeping healthy fish and enjoying the hobby. Keeping asks if I'm doing any conventions this year. If Aquaticon happens, I am 100% going to be at Aquaticon. I don't know about any out of state conventions at this time. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. Actually, I don't know if I know I can't make the Clash. Um, what others are there? Maybe. What's near Knoxville? You know, I became so convinced I was going to get this done. And I just got caught up in what I was doing and talking. And now I'm to the hardest part. What's funny is I had absolutely no trouble doing these earlier. And now for some reason, they just completely stumped me. And I want to make them longer. And I've got the eraser again. I'm going to look at the chat. Is Eric going live? Anybody know? Anybody going live? Don't see the stream scheduled for Eric. Okay. I might go a little bit over and keep doing this if you all are cool with that. Yeah, being picky is how drawings can take forever. What's funny is I don't think I have my sketch pad. I took my daughter over to my parents' pool and let her swim. Um, yeah, being picky. And so I was doing a few sketches on my sketch pad and just knocked out a few. And no problems. And then, there's something about having people watch you while you're doing something. It was one of the reasons why I wanted to do this with you all, because I'm so comfortable with you all now, and I enjoy having you around and talking with you, that I feel like I can make a few mistakes and you all won't make fun of me for it. Or not that. You might make fun of me for it, but it's in a good nature, I think. Oh, I kind of like that. If it hadn't, we're going to do that. There should be two of those, though. Yeah. How are we going to do the other one? Not like that. Didn't make sense. It keeps blobbing on me. The worst. All right. That's not exactly what I want it to look like, but hear me out. Let's check this out. Let's get rid of all of this. Come on. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. That. Ugh, the blob. The blob. Come on. I've lost it. I think I can live with that. This is a little too thick. It's too thick down here. Aha. That I will live with. I actually was trying to get back into town to at least meet Ben, but the traffic was bad, so I didn't make it. I don't like the way that. Oh, that works better. All right, I think we can live with that. Hmm. Ah, that just looked odd, being such a light line. All right, so let's get rid of that. Let's take a look at it. clean up a few things if it'll let me. All right, now to the painting part. I still feel like that might be a little big. And also a little high up. Yeah, it is. A little high up. Let's try something. I don't do this a lot, but I know I can do it. So let's see if we can make it work. Isn't that neat? If I was doing traditional art, I would have had to have erased it and redrawn it. I liked the way it looked. I just didn't like the way it looked on the fish. Yeah, if you all enjoy this, that's kind of rough, isn't it? If you all enjoy this, I'm going to leave it rough. I'm going to make a decision here to leave it rough. We might do some more of them. Um, I can't. I will have to get a co-host if Tanner moves again. I think I like it better like that. All right, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I got to leave it. Let's just leave it. Except maybe they should tilt. They should. They should totally tilt. Right? Right? That's better. I am a perfectionist. That's why I didn't become an artist. I love art. I love drawing, but I cannot let it go. And if I had deadlines, if I had to like make money from this, I just don't know that I could. Don't know that I could do it. I don't like how that's working now. Let's see. Go away. That'll work. All right. Let's look at it now. That's better. Head's a little stubby, isn't it? I'm going to show you something neat with this. I've been looking for a reason to do this. We are going to my youngest and I were playing with this earlier today. Huh? Nice. All right, let's get to painting. Let's get this thing painted. Now, again, I have not learned to digital paint yet. So my interpretation of painting here is very simplified. These are still too thick, but we're going to leave it alone. Stephen P. Yeah, you know what's funny? I was saying it earlier. I don't work this hard for when I do it myself either, but I'm not letting it go for some reason. Still thick. Still thick. we're just going to see what we do. All right. Now, what I've been doing, I've just been having fun here with a color. And because in the process, yeah, I got to have a base layer, but I've been putting it on real thick. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't like it. Let's go smaller. I hope the sound effects are enjoyable. All right. Bring it down here. See what we like, what we don't like. Take that. Huh. Don't like how I did the lips there. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. I'll leave that long. And I don't like the rest of it. I don't want it uniform. No, I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to keep that color too. All right, so now I'm going to create another layer, and I'm going to connect it to that so that I can actually paint. And let's put it over here. I love how these fish kind of have that under color. I was using the eraser. There we go. All right, now we're going to actually color in underneath the fish. And I don't have to be too perfect on it, because I can clean it up with the eraser some. Fins are very different, so I'm not going to put that base color on them. And this was just something I was just playing around with the base color, and I left it. I guess I was doing the Corey. I didn't mess with it. I just left it. And I had all these construction lines on it, and I brought brought them all up at once for some reason. I did not pick eraser, did I? I guess I did. And I really liked the way it looked. It looked really cool. And it was just a choice. It was fun. All right, I'll add another one. I'm connecting it. So what I'm doing is where I'm connecting it, I can't draw color out here. It'll only color there. So whatever I do, it only colors in the area that it's connected to. So that's what we're doing here. I want to go with a little bit of interpretation there. Is that too blue? I want to go lighter. And this is probably a messy way of doing it. I'm exploring and learning how to do this with the tablet. Um, there's always ways to use your tools to do things in an easier way. Like, why don't I just use the fill bucket? That's a good question. Um, the fill bucket is finicky. It only works when it wants to work. And so I try to find ways not to use it. And there's something about coloring this. There's something about taking the pen, and I'm actually not coloring right now. I'm removing that white. But it's relaxing. It is to me anyway. Let's get this. It did not grab. Yeah, I got the right color. What's it doing? Still on eraser. And I do that when I'm here by myself too. I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, there's times I get bored with drawing, and I'll give it up for a little while. You get frustrated trying to figure something out. And you find yourself not enjoying what you're doing. And, it's good to get away from things. That's too straight. You like that? That worked out pretty good. No, not on the vector. Back on erase again. All right, let's get these. Stephen, I would imagine if you ever had me do a what the fish, it would be so long and tedious. No. I've always enjoyed watching those and trying to guess what it is. My biggest issue there is my lack of knowledge of species. And I am amazed at how some of you all during those live streams are able to come up with the species, not because they don't look like the species, but simply knowing them. I'm just not that knowledgeable in the hobby. I feel like this is boring. Is this boring for you all? Not being able to look at the chat, I don't know what we're talking about. You can tell me if it is. And if you just want to hang around and chat, that's fine too. Next What the Fish is tomorrow night during stream. Awesome. Oh, thanks, Keep Keeping. Glad it's relaxing. It is relaxing for me too. This is why I picked it back up. Because I do go through times when I don't draw anything for a while. And I always have sketch pads though. I usually keep something on me. But this digital art has been a lot of fun, a lot of fun. And like I said, I've had the Wacom Intuos, that's how you say it, for a number of years, and always used it for stuff. But there's just something about being able to draw on the tablet that's very satisfying. It really does make the experience more enjoyable. I'll be sure. There we go. Oh, we're talking about what is what the fish? Yeah, it's a fun game. Yeah. How did I do that? Oh, I'm still on eraser. Oh, that will be the day when I learn that I'm still on eraser and don't continue to erase on my layers. Now I got the Bob Ross going on. Bob Ross talk. Happy little lines here. I loved that dude. My wife thinks it's crazy when I watch some Bob Ross, but it's just something so relaxing. And again, wanting to learn how to paint, um, it's so relaxing to just listen to him, and he makes it so simple, look so simple too. All right, got our bases. Come on, it's thinking. Got some black and some red, and some blues. I'm wanting to change it, but I'm not going to. All right. So what we're going to do here is I like to switch over and create another layer. Layers on layers. And I've been playing around with these different sprays that are available. And I'm going to put the red on the top and the blue and then the black on the bottom. So I'm going to pull this black, but I'm actually going to make it a blue. It's a really, really deep blue. And I can't say that I'll get all of the markings. That's not the point. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just want to create something. Let's see. Nope. What are we going to do with that? Let's see. Brush density is all the way up on that. May just not use that spray. I'm not going to use that spray. Running color spray. Let's try this. No. Ah, there we go. There's my issue. There's my issue. That's what I was doing. It was too big. See, it was just the particles were too large. I get somewhere, and I can make my pen. Oh, maybe I can't. And that is not dark enough. That's because of the brush density. I don't know that I like that. We'll see. I don't. Hmm. A little too dark. Promise that's what I was using. Try this. Let's not do a spray. I want to do a spray. Let's see. Let's try the hard. Make it a little larger. I think I know what I'm going to do with this. And then let's take this blender and see about softening it a little bit more. Maybe a little less blender and a little more blur. That's what I'm looking for right there. That's what I want to do. All right. That's two. Soften that quite a bit. I'm not talking. I'm in the zone. I'm just playing around with it. I'm not exactly sure how I want to color this one. You know what? Let's soften that. Again, the black is going underneath the others. So go back to the reference for a moment. Yeah, there's not a lot down here. There's actually not nearly as much as I did up there either, though. I just like creating some differences. And I feel like there were a few. Make them really small on here. A little bit of lag again. Looking at the chat again. Is that too much? Oh, I don't want that. I want that on the tip. All right. And I'll get rid of that too. Like that. Let's blend this in. Or not blend. I'm using the blur. The blend was actually going in and blending the two colors together, and that's not what I was looking for. All right. Well, I'm 30 minutes over. That's why I had to erase that. Still learning. All right, so now we're going to go for the blue. I feel like that's a good color for it. Let's just look at the reference for a moment. I like having this blue here and then kind of the saddle of the blue. A little bit right here, tad right there. I like that. Larger than that. You know what? I don't want it there though. The tanks were doing good after the trip. I didn't do anything for them for the 7 days we were gone. I never do, though. I'm sure most of you all are the same way. I've learned that it's usually more problems if I try to do anything to prepare for it. Oh, I did that. It's redone it. I had people ask if I wanted them to come take a look to make sure the fish were okay. And I was like, the fish are good. So honestly, I'm more worried about somebody making a mistake, dumping a thing of food in there. I'll take that all the way out and then clean it up some. I'm a huge fan of blue, so I'm going to add a little extra there. Oh. Like that. Still don't like this right here. We're coming along. don't know that I like that spot. Not organic. Oh, now it's a teardrop. That doesn't work. I'm just going to put that one little place right there. All right. I feel like that colors. We'll see if the, oh, it'll work. All right. Let's see. Grab this first. I'm going to adjust this some. Bring it back a little bit. Oh, I think that's better. All right, now I didn't put any black on the body. Let's go. And I'm not naming my layers. So I'm going to have to, there it is, go back and find them for this. But there's not a lot of black on the body. Oh, I'm still on the white. It's like, why isn't that working? Oh, now it looks angry. Angry fish. Did not come out very organic up there. And we're going to blend it. Not blend. I keep calling it a blend, but it's not a blend. All right, now a good portion of this is the blue. Did I go too much blue? Might have. I like it though. I'm going to take it down just a little bit more. I'm going to use that soft eraser to clean it out. Especially that. That wasn't intentional. It's easy. It was a thought. I didn't like it. I like those white spots on there too. I gotta remember to do that. All right, let's grab our red here. Actually, I really like this deep red right here. But I guess I need to go with a lighter red. Hey, let's just go with a dark one. Let's grab right here. Let's just try it and see what it does. I'm on the eraser. I'm going to really try to blur that a little bit. It's kind of an arrowhead shape though, isn't it? A little bit underneath here. I like this where it's going between the two. Putting it on kind of thick in there to see how it does. I'm going to soften it. Going to soften it later. Let's see. Why is that? All right, let's take. Everyone's still here? Or anyone still here, I should say. Nope, not the eraser. That. I'm trying to watch the chat for a little bit. Do y'all have any questions about anything? Well, then I like how that soften this. Coral, you doing patio pond? I've got to put in some work on mine. I'm going to use that soft eraser on that. Kind of left a line there. Let's see the shape. I'm trying new things with this. Things that I didn't do some of my other ones. Like I said, trying to learn. The hardest part about these, I mean, I like that really bright red, but I didn't want to blend those. But I may do it just for the red. That right there. No, that's really dark. Maybe it's darker than I think. On the eraser. Oh. I'm not even on the right layer. Ooh, I do like that. I need to. I want to move it below. Oh, I was supposed to create a new layer for that. I got too excited. It's just so riveting. Now, I'll move it where I wanted it. Oh man, that's too big. I keep getting these like hard lines with it, and I'm not really trying to get that. Oh, that sprays from a different layer. How's it not that? I must have colored on the wrong layer. Well, it's on that one. Oh well. I feel like that blue still needs to be softened quite a bit. I wonder, maybe we try to blend it a little. Let's bring the color stretch down. Maybe bring brush density up. May like that. I think I do. I think I like that. I'm not going to do it to the black. I want that a little sharper. I am going to do it here. Not a fan of how that worked. All right. The mouth is not vertical enough. Let me ask you all what you think about something. My youngest daughter's beta tank. I was thinking about possibly doing Celestial Pearl Danios. I've seen both, that they work and that it might be too hot for them. I don't want it to be too hot. Do you think it's too hot? Anybody kept them? I know it's really close. Like, um, only if they're just on the opposite end of a fine line. Do not recommend that to anyone. Okay. Try and decide how I'm going to do the scales on this one and where I'm going to start them. I typically don't do a lot of scales right here. It's because when you see them, you see the scales a little further away. Why I'm doing it that way when I can just do this. I did not color that fin at all. I feel like it's more of the white. Try to color it in without my white blue here, without having to do a lot to it. And then it has those. Well, I've got lines on it. I think that'll work. All right, so for this, I'm going to pick a different pen. Not that one. Textured pen. I don't like that. Draw them in dark. And then I'll go and lower the opacity because I want to bring that color through on them. I don't know. I don't know that that pen really works. I'm looking at this shape here. It's a real crescent. I may not have done this layer as a vector, so I'll have to go in and really erase. Oh well. I like them. I'm not going to lose them. I don't feel like you really have to see the scales all over to get an indication on these that there are scales. And again, I'm not trying to go too realistic with these. I feel like that's kind of obvious. But as I get back here, I want to have more scales. I don't know. That might be too messy. I end up going darker than I'd planned on. I think I like it. Here at the end, I like to really concentrate it right there. All right, let's go in and erase some of this. I'm not done my stretch. My hand's getting unhappy. Always stretch. I can live with that. See, this is why the vector erase is so awesome. You don't have to go through and do this. I mean, this is just tedious work that's unnecessary with this tool. I got some erasing to do right there. You know what would probably help is if I... There it is. Still another one in there too. Oversprayed a few times. There it is. I'm not talking. I just realized. Too bad YouTube won't let me play music, right? That one's going to be hard to get. So you know what we're going to do? We're just going to darken that line. it's not very smooth. What happened there? Need to figure out which shortcut I have for rotating. This is probably the longest I've spent on one. That's a look. Trying to find some character in that eye. I didn't really like where it was. That's just mean. I'm not intentionally going straight there. I'm trying to curve it. Now it looks sad. Maybe I like that. All right, let's add 2 here. Let's get a little crazy. It's revealing a few places I got to clean up. What is that? All right, co-host is a necessity. And I do. I play with the layers like this, trying to find where things are instead of labeling them like I should. I didn't much care for that. Keeping. You're right. You know, this is definitely, it needs a warning at the beginning that this is not a live stream to listen to. Because I lost myself working on it. And I don't know, I kind of like it. It's not. What's happening here? I don't know that I need this or not, but I'm trying it. So there's a little bit of cleanup that I want. This right here is not working. And right there it is. It's that. That right there is the problem. I like it being there. I feel like that should be blended a little bit more too. You know what I didn't do? I didn't. That's not quite right. All right, there's some things I'll probably do for cleanup, and I didn't mean to. Where did I put those? Yeah, they're right there. I was going to lower the opacity. Yeah. All right. It's late. I spent too much time on it. Didn't need to. I had fun. I hope you all had fun. We will try to figure these out. I will have to have someone interacting with the chat to help out. And I know I probably could have called on some of y'all. I probably should have. Let's see. What color we want to go on the back? Oh, people have asked about a sticker. As far as how to get them, I don't know yet. I'm looking at my options. I probably need to talk with someone about what options there are to get them out there. Um, don't forget to save your work. That's a good point, Nano. um, yeah, I haven't found how I'm going to do that yet. I definitely will have them with me when I got an idea here. That's not it. Like at Aquaticon, I'll definitely have them with me. Can I change that? No, I can't. I can only change these. Nope. But I will have them with me. So if we run into each other, that new sticker design. Oh, they've been asking if this is a sticker. I don't have plans on making this a sticker. I do plan on sending it to, and I'm going to work on it some more, but I do plan on sending it to Keep Keeping, because Keep Keeping is the one who, that could be it, to work on, and I appreciate that. I do like that. Do you think this would be a good sticker? Is this one we might want to look at doing? Is that going to look like blood? Maybe don't want to put red on that. Let's do yellow. Yeah, we'll do some more. I'll try to figure. No, I didn't like that. I'll try to figure out how to make this work a little bit better, and also that's too big. That's too small. Yeah. All right. I think we're gonna call it a night on that one. And thank you to everyone who hung around and participated in the chat. And for any of you who are on the replay and still listening, why? Why are you still here? I will put out a part 2 of the latest video. It's coming out soon, and hope you all will enjoy that. Please like and subscribe, and give me your feedback, your honest feedback on this, because what can I do to make it more enjoyable? And other than, you don't have to tell me that I need a co-host. I know that I need a co-host. But thank you all. Hope you all have a good evening, and I'll talk with you later. Enjoy your tanks.